How's the party?
Exactly what I expected. You?
Why put in some horror movie? But I passed out.
You're well rested then. Let's see what you got.
Couple, older gentleman, younger woman. Some sort of suicide pact. They were married.
So why is the man the only one with the ring?
Cool horror mystery flick. The lead's performance was amazing, as was the little girl's performance. The classic monster in the closet with nightmares thrown in. Well done. Spooky lighting and sound, especially during the creepy hole in the wall sequences, which really drew you in. The old lit lantern was a cool convention. Great makeup and bird costumes, and really interesting, unexpected ending. Just when you think everything's good, not so much. Well done.
If nothing else, I thought this one was beautifully shot and directed. There's just so many great moments of good cinematography here. Really a lot of motivated camera movement, interesting uses of light, and just a lot of the frames, when you stop and look at them, just had really great composition, good shapes of things that were happening in the frame. It just really felt like this polished, professional piece that really stands out against a lot of other pieces in this genre. So yeah, kudos to the filmmakers. They did a really good job at creating this one, and I think it's worth checking out.
I was so invested in the film the entire time. From the beginning, I was curious about the couple on the floor that they were examining, but I think it works well because we get to find out what the main character's job is without it necessarily being said, but it being seen. I think that works well. We get to see her in action and find out just how good she is at her job. The sister relationship is very interesting. I found it very realistic as well. And at first, when we first meet the main character's niece, I thought maybe it was just regular imagination that kids have, like a scary dream. But as the story progressed, it became apparent that it was something different and that was something more.
Yeah, it was a really interesting story that it seemed so innocent, this little girl just having nightmares, and then it turning into something much, much darker. So I really like this
One
film.
had an intense and very scary plot. I didn't quite expect this ending, so it was well handled and the story was well told. I like the family dynamics with the detective and she having this sixth sense and feeling something's wrong, and how this specific character aligns with the other members of the family. The story is interesting, original. I really enjoyed how they ended with a good scene, mysterious and cryptic and scary. It was just quite enjoyable.
The twist here overall, I really liked. It turned from playing detective to mild concern to, just horror. Acting was really believable here as well.
Has some very twisty storytelling to it that ends up paying off in a really frightening and clever way in the final moments. But it's interesting how it really teeters back and forth throughout, making you wonder, of course, what exactly is going on, but what is the nature, more specifically, of this horror? Because when, especially horror fans, are watching horror movies and shorts or features, they're trying to figure out what kind, what subgenre is this? And this one really makes you uncertain into the end, which is a lot of fun. And it has some good child acting in it particularly, which can sometimes be difficult for stories like this, but the little girl in it is very effective in her performance. And I think that's really crucial to the piece functioning as a whole. And the story reminds us kind of this idea, at least what came up for me was this idea of bringing your work home with you and the dangers of that. That was a kind of thematic statement that I felt was really evoked throughout the piece. It's really well done.
This was a really interesting piece because I loved how it traversed multiple genres. So we get the family genre, then we get straight horror, especially in that reveal of the hole in the back of her closet. We think, oh, we're in a different world now, and this has heightened to a new level of scary. Then we also went to thriller and at the end supernatural. So using the original trope fright in so many of kids' lives, perhaps me and your own, of the monster under the bed or the monster in the closet that we know so well, and it let us fall into like the safe trap almost, or this guise. And again, it surprised me throughout, because we think we figured out the case and it's creepy and but it's of this world, so there's still a level of comfortability, but then the piece one-ups itself. So really excellent storytelling and excellent writing. I thought the concept was spot on, and I really liked this piece. Made me want to go and check the back of my closet, make sure there's no holes ripped out from the wall.